Hello everyone and welcome back to GBRLIFE tutorials under Kaleidoscope Visions. I'm Caitlin and today we're diving into the world of blogging with Squarespace. Whether you're a beginner looking to start your first blog or a seasoned writer aiming to enhance your online presence, this tutorial is packed with essential tips on mainly SEO creation and strategies. A little bit of content creations, but specifically tailored for Squarespace. So let's get started and unlock the full potential for your blog right after this intro.
On GBRLIFE tutorials, I'm going to ask you 1 million questions. When you're hitting into
Squarespace is not just popular for its sleek design options. It's also incredibly powerful for bloggers who want to optimize their content for search engine optimization or search engines. Today, we'll cover setting up your blog to make it SEO friendly, which is what that means, search engine optimization. I should first mention you would need to be using Squarespace to use this tutorial, but it could technically work on any blog in regards to the SEO portion. Now, let's talk content creation. The key to a successful blog is engaging content, and content is king. It's not just a saying, it's true. But to bring in the audience, start with your headline. Make it clear and catchy. So you can see right here, I actually have Unleashing Creativity with Elgato Stream Deck, a GBRLIFE live stream recap. I could have just said Elgato Stream Deck recap or live stream recap. If you watched my live stream, you would understand what this is about. But how do I get somebody who didn't watch my live stream interested? Unleashing creativity with the Elgato Stream Deck. See how it's a little more catchy? A little more interesting. So think about it like that. How can you make it more interesting, catchy, but clear? The person who's wanting to read your stuff needs to understand exactly what they're about to get themselves into. Seems complicated, but it's not. Stick with simple, but interesting. So next up, your opening paragraph should hook the reader immediately. Pose a question, share an interesting fact, or start with a compelling story. Personally, I've always been very interested in using questions or description. I love to describe and bring the viewer in that way or reader in that way. But it's really up to you because there's so many ways. And after that, incorporate visually appealing elements like images, videos, or infographics to complement your text. As much as I would like to say that people are only interested in the word and all the words they see on a screen, let's be honest, you need some pictures. If I scroll down, I always have a photo within my blog posts. 1 at a minimum, maybe up to 3 at most. But it really also depends on what the blog post is about. Either way, at least have 1 photo. And here's the thing, Squarespace makes it easy to add and format these elements in a way that enhances the reader's experience. Just by going over here, if I were to just click right here, I could immediately add an image with no problem. It's literally just 2 clicks. Click on the plus, click on image, and then add the image that I'd like. And here's the best part, they offer free images. If I don't want this anymore, I can just click on it and delete it. It's that simple. But remember, with all of that, consistency is key. So maintain a regular posting schedule to keep your audience engaged and returning for more. That'll keep people coming back to your blog. And don't worry, I struggle myself with consistency, but it really does work. Next up, the Holy Grail, search engine optimization. SEO isn't just a buzzword. It's life. It's essential for getting your blog noticed by search engines and drawing in more readers. How can anyone read anything if they don't even know you exist? And yes, technically you can say promotion. But let's be real. Having it done for you is a lot easier than having to worry about promoting it everywhere. And within SEO, there's keyword research. And then of course, optimizing your posts on Squarespace. But let's get started with keyword research because it's the foundation of SEO. It involves identifying the words and phrases that potential readers are searching for. This helps you tailor your content to meet the needs and interests of your audience. And here's how you can get started. You use keyword tools. So you would use things like Google Keyword Planner, SEMrush, or I don't know how to say this word, but it's Ahrefs. It's a great website out there, and A lot of people use it. I have definitely used it. These tools can help you discover what keywords your target audience is using. For a free method, you can also try to use Google's autocomplete feature by typing in the topic and seeing what suggestions pop up. So what that means is you would literally go to, I'm not going to show you on here, but you would literally go to google.com. You would start to type in Stream Deck, and then you would see Stream Deck, how to use. So, or you can start also typing in how to use Stream Deck, and then it would say for gaming. And so now you know what people are searching. Then you analyze the search intent. It's crucial to understand the intent behind those keywords. Are people looking for information trying to make a purchase? Or are they looking for a service? And understanding this will shape how you write your content. Personally, I don't write content to the SEO rules. I write what I want to write first so that I keep the creativity and the authenticity of my work. But I will go back and then adjust it to work with the SEO. So next up, you would be looking for long tail keywords. These are longer and more specific keyword phrases. They often have less competition and a higher conversion rate because they target more specific interests. So for example, you wouldn't say, excluding this specific blog post that you see right here, let's try just a blog post, right? You wouldn't say blog post or captivating blog post. You would use a long tail keyword and say how to make your blog post more captivating. That's the whole keyword. And you use these keywords naturally throughout your post, especially in titles, headings, and the first paragraph. So if you take a look right over here, you can see that my keywords are really going to be about the Elgato Stream Deck. So I have Elgato Stream Deck in my title, but unleashing creativity with the Elgato Stream Deck. So I'm talking about being creative with the Elgato Stream Deck. And then you can look at my first sentence. If you missed the Elgato Stream Deck live stream, so I'm again mentioning the Elgato Stream Deck live stream. And as you continue along, you'll see that I continuously try to use the word Stream Deck. The Stream Deck by Elgato, and it's throughout the whole thing to get anybody who's looking for the Elgato Stream Deck to find my blog post and see if I can answer a lot of the questions that may have for it. But here's the wonderful thing about Squarespace. Squarespace also allows you to customize URLs, page titles, and meta description. That's really great because that means that you have an opportunity to use even more methods when it comes to SEO. And you can make sure that these are also clear, descriptive, and include your main keywords. Let me go over here and also show you a couple other places that you're able to use those keywords. As I also mentioned, more to keep in mind with keywords is to optimize your titles and descriptions and ensure your titles and meta descriptions are compelling and include your primary keywords. And Squarespace allows you to customize these for each post, which is critical for improving visibility. So here I am showing the settings portion. In here, you can actually see that there's an excerpt where I also talk about the Elgato Stream Deck with our latest GBRLIFE live stream. And then I made sure that the post URL also says it. But if I also go over to the SEO section, you can also see again, now the title's the same, that makes sense, but you can change this title to be whatever it is that you find will allow people to find what you're posting in a search engine optimization friendly way. It doesn't have to match entirely because the title of this is what is going to show up for your content, and this is going to show up for your content. This right here is what you decide it is. And then your SEO description, again, you can see they're showing you what it's going to search as, what that result is going to be. This is huge. You need to make sure that you are doing this for every single blog post, which is, as I mentioned, it's customizable per blog post. That's a good thing because when I say it improves visibility, I mean every single blog post has an opportunity to be found on its own right. Everything isn't just this bundled group of your blog posts. It's individualized, so it gives you that much more of a chance for success with your blog. It's like buying a bunch of individual lottery tickets that you studied on how to pick the numbers for, basically. Yes, I think that's good. And then there's also the images. Pretty important. Okay, now, after all of this, making sure there's images and the titles and all that, there's the header tags. You want to make sure that you're using header tags throughout your posts. So let me go ahead and show you what that means. Over here, this is a header tag. Makes sense? You understand? This is a title. You would probably use a header. Crucial, because it essentially makes the structure of your content more effective for being found with your keywords. And it's highly recommended that those headers are in specific locations, but I would just suggest making sure they're in there to begin with, and having the main keywords that you want to be found. So for example, you notice that these are highlighted, but if I want to make sure that this is found, I would, instead of using paragraph 2, I would switch this over to heading 4. Of course, it happened to have changed the entire thing because I don't know. Sometimes there's moments that it doesn't go exactly as planned. So now you can see I have this right here as its own paragraph, but I've put this into a header, which really, this isn't actually the best line to make a header. Let me bring that back down and say this is probably the better solution for a header. The point is, if these are my keywords, I need to be bringing them in the header format within my actual blog post. And then there's the alternative text for images. So if I were to select this image, right here, there is image alternative text. Extra tired, mama? Apparently I used that in the past. But you can see right here, it literally says, describe your image to improve accessibility and SEO. So it's literally telling you, hey, use this. Elgato Stream Deck. That's all you have to do. Because Squarespace automatically makes it quick and easy for anyone to basically use and turn into an SEO friendly option. You just have to know where to look. The other thing that's really big with SEO, shockingly, is the mobile optimization. So Squarespace also automatically ensures that your blog is mobile friendly, which is big. But you can also check to see that it looks well that way by simply clicking on the mobile view right up top. Done. And then you make sure that it looks the way you wanted it to look. I heavily suggest doing this more so with the blog as a whole, not just each individual blog post, because like I said, Squarespace is actually really good about making everything work in a mobile friendly environment. But if you are worried about, you added a bunch of photos or links and you just don't know how it's going to look, just go ahead and click on the mobile view, check it out, and you can edit it directly from the mobile view. So if I click on it and I decide, okay, well, you know, I want to add something right here, I can do that right there. If I decide that, you know, I want to copy and paste something, I can do that again right here. Move this over if I want to, I can do that. So you don't have to worry about that as much because Squarespace is so good at it, but it's just good to know that you have an opportunity to do that. Oh, and also make sure to use internal linking. That's where you link other posts on your blog, you know, that are relevant. It makes it so that the search engines can discover more of your content. Essentially, you're kind of doing your own backlinking is what's happening. But also it makes it so that Google, for example, can understand the structure of your blog. And that can, of course, boost your site's SEO. And the most important step to SEO is tracking if what you're doing is working, if your content is there, because the people will show up, but you have to make sure that it's actually working. And how do you do that? analytics. If you see something is working, keep doing it. If you see that it's not working, research and see what, keywords might be the game changer. So wrapping this all up, remember that a successful blog combines compelling content with strong SEO practices. Squarespace provides all the tools that you need to create an attractive and discoverable blog. If you experiment, learn, and don't be fearful about getting creative with your content, you will definitely succeed with this. And if you found this tutorial helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights and tutorials. Drop your questions or topics that you want covered in the future videos in comments below. And I'm Caitlin. You've been watching GBRLIFE tutorials under Kaleidoscope Visions. Keep blogging, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next video about creating stunning newsletters in MailChimp. Until next week, have a good one.